EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. In motion comes Walker. Jackson now on 2nd down. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Sending a receiver right. 3rd and long for Jackson. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. And here comes 4th down. Ravens sending the punt team out there. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Willis. He fumbled the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
To throw, here's Willis. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
His throw left side is complete. And they will finally get him out of bounds, but not until he's near the 45-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 33 yards. Olave is the motion man. They get 18 on that one. 1st down, New Orleans. Willis now to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Throwing, Willis. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be...
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Saints. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Saints will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Justice Hill to return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. In motion comes Walker. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That's 17 yards, and that's a 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Baltimore.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They bring the tight end in motion. Throwing is Willis. Left side into the hands of Olave. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball is going to go.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. We'll get this to about midfield. B.J. Hill shuts it down there. Here's a 3rd down and 4. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Olave is the motion man. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He's got his man. That's Olave. And he will score. Chris Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll come up here 1st and 10.
No, we change it.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Motion man, set right. 2nd down, Jackson. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And the Saints have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Willis to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down. Willis now to throw. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And the Saints first down.
Let's go. 70 range.
Throwing, Willis. Quick throw, taken in. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Good blocking, and he's in. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Saints. Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go. The Saints will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10.
It's it on. What a shot.
Jackson looking to throw. There's a short one caught by Andrews. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Slot man in motion right. Now Jackson. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. A really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Go.
Slot receiver headed right. Jackson now. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That pass play good for 22. Good for a Raven first down. Jackson. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield. It's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
In motion comes Walker. On first down, it is Williams. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Here we go, set.
And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. In motion comes Walker. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Throwing Jackson. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Here's Willis. Short pass taken in by the tight end. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. Now Willis. That's deep for Olave. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. New Orleans' 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To throw is Willis. Quick throw here is complete.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
To throw, here's Willis. Pass is caught by Olave. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing Willis. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. What a spectacular take back for the score. You can stay in your own end zone and just take the touchback. Better yet, go the other way and get the touchdown.
And just a great heads-up play there, Mike, not only to secure the ball in the end zone, but then to recognize he had an alley. He's able to outrun the rest of those guys, and now he finds himself taking it all the way back for 6.
The kick here is good. And one more point, and that takes us to the end of the first half. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They send him right out of the slot. Willis. This one on target to Olave. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Now, faking the give. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. In motion comes Walker. They'll go again with Mitchell. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. On third down, Jackson. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Peyton Mitchell. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Willis. The left side into the hands of Olave. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Willis now to throw. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He dives, and what a catch for the first down.
It's a gain of 35 yards. And the Saints first down.
On the ground, it's Benson. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Willis to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down. Well, this sets up a big call here, Mike, on 4th down. You find yourself in a tie ball game with the ball. Do you decide to keep your offense on the field and try to play for 6? Or are you content coming off the field, taking the lead by 3? We'll see what this coach decides.
Tight end on the move left. Willis now to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
He'll get this out wide. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Baltimore.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups. He continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. In motion comes Walker. Another run here with Mitchell. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. 3rd and a yard. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
A give up the middle for Mitchell. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the handoff, here comes Mitchell. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive, and here's 3rd and 4. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
Possibly the play of the game right here. It is 4th down. Slot man in motion right. 4th down. Jackson. This is intercepted. Picked off by Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These are some of the most difficult situations for a coach to handle because it's a combination of you have to be aggressive to go score. You're trying to win the game, of course, but there's also an element of time and clock management. So it's going to be very interesting to see the play selection over these next couple downs.
Go right side to Olave. minutes to play in regulation. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Right back to Olave. He's got it again. And he's out of bounds with the first down. So they get a new set of downs and just as importantly stop the clock.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Throwing, Willis. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, New Orleans. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year.
His kick is good. Next to score, Saints 28, Ravens 21.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's first down. Back to throw, Jackson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. And not wanting to take on any contact, he's going to slide to a stop. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Hey, middle.
Slot receiver headed right. Jackson now to throw on first down. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Go ahead.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Report. Yo. Cut.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Now he'll air one out. I had to take a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Let's go.
They'll start out with a run, and it's Benson. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go on the clock.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So this one a win for the visiting Saints. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation